This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Only Friends podcast. This is episode number 124.
Already?
Someone's got to be me when I'm doing this, you know?
We're already at 124?
124.
Nice.
Almost a quarter of the way through.
Someone's got to be you.
What do you mean a quarter of the way through?
Like a quarter of the way
We're
through.
way through the
finishing
century.
A quarter of
We're
the
in
way
the second century here.
A quarter of the
Yeah.
way through our second reflection as to the next 100 episodes have been from the first.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, so you always got to keep that in the back of your mind when you're thinking about the future of the Only Friends podcast.
That's right.
So before we get into the stuff, Melissa's got a word from our sponsor.
Yes, our sponsor, BetMGM. They have requested a beautiful ad read. I would love to do it in an accent, but I won't. The BetMGM Poker Online Championship is underway. With just a handful of events left, there is still a chance for you to stake your chance at Online Champion. The main event is Sunday, September 25th at 6 p.m. in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Michigan with a buy-in of $1,000. There are also qualifier events running at 8 p.m. daily. Ready to lock up your seat and stake your chance at Online Champion? Check out the schedule below to take advantage of the early bird promotion. Register prior to the start of the event and have your tournament fee refunded. No rake if you register prior to the event. This Sunday at BetMGM Poker. It's on!
It is on.
It's
It is on.
So, real quick, where the fuck is Christian?
I don't know.
He comes
God
once
knows. He's back in
every
the DR.
couple weeks. He comes once every quarter.
I can only assume that his Christian's DR Mamacita's mad at him, so he had to go handle that.
It's funny how he does come for like
wasn't in
one
the
or two
chat.
episodes. Yeah.
She wasn't in the chat yesterday. That's the thing.
She's going to be in there today.
That's because he is her.
Right.
There's no way.
All of a sudden she's going to pop up in the chat today and we're going to know why.
Yeah.
So, Christian, you know, we all miss you.
Mm-hmm.
We love you. We appreciate when you're around.
Yeah.
You know.
So, come
And
on a little more often, maybe.
when you want to make this a priority,
Yeah.
we're here for you, you know? We're here with open arms.
Yeah.
Just waiting
Just let
for
us
you.
know when you
Yeah.
want to make us a priority over other people's podcasts. Just let us know.
Let us know when you're back around. So, anyways, what a game last night.
That was
What
an awesome
a game.
Awesome game.
Oh, God.
Talk to me, Brian.
That's so brutal. And Mr. Biscuit, he's a Mr. Biscuit. He's a burnt biscuit. You know when you like when you're making biscuits, you put them in the oven and then you start getting busy with something else and you forget about them and you come back and it's just black and burnt.
So
That's the Steelers' offense right now. It's just burnt to a crisp.
He just might be Mr. Brisket.
He might be Mr.
Wow.
Brisket. No, because Mr. Brisket would be good.
I mean, he at least ran for a touchdown yesterday. Look at the bright side.
Yeah.
He fucked all the Najee Harris fucking
Listen,
holders.
it's not all his fault. Our offensive line is obviously awful. I mean, we have weapons. We have obviously our skill guys are just really good. But
Yeah, I mean, that catch yesterday, huh?
oh my God,
That catch.
you know they're talking like it's just as good as.
This is a guy that's known when he was in college at
look at
Georgia.
this.
Vertical, stretch the
One-handed,
defense, make
stretched
plays,
out.
incredible ball skills.
That's the
And
number
he says,
3 catch.
absolutely amazing.
Wow.
That's
This is
the
a
number
guy
3
that's
catch I've
known
ever
when he was in
seen.
college
Yeah.
at Georgia.
Odell Beckham is probably number one.
No way. No way.
Well, people were talking about they were comparing the two because they were very similar in how they caught it. But
No.
I was gonna say I think Odell Beckham's was a little better. Just and it pains me to say that because I'm a Steeler fan. But
Here's
like,
the real 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give it to you.
okay,
David Tyree.
okay.
You're biased.
Helmet catch.
You're a Giants fan. He's
Oh.
biased.
OBJ. And then now Pickens.
I mean, when it comes to significance, yes, right.
When
of
it comes
course.
to significance, when it comes to the moment, when it comes to
Right.
the execution and
the
when it
actual
happened.
catch itself, remove all the other aspects of it.
Right.
I don't think the helmet catch is like the greatest catch. right? I mean, in the moment, obviously, the Super Bowl,
Right.
they win the
What's
Super Bowl
that? He caught it on his helmet.
He caught it out. It was like a Hail Mary caught
it was
on
like
his helmet.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
like
the Giants
Very
needed it.
cool.
they needed it, or they weren't going to win the Super Bowl. It was right at the end of the game.
Ready?
and he's
I'm
like,
gonna do my
Okay,
I'm gonna do my
that's
best
cool.
for you, Melissa, to try to make
Can
you
you
interested.
reenact it?
I can't reenact it because we don't have a football. But
Okay.
it was 4th down, right?
Yeah, I think
It was
so.
4th down, Melissa. 4th down.
Yeah.
Last down.
How many
Fourth quarter.
How many minutes in the clock?
Not long.
No, that
not
was probably
long.
under
right
a
at the
minute.
end of the fourth quarter, so
Yeah.
not very
Seconds.
much.
Seconds in the clock.
Almost 30 to a minute left in the entire game. This is for the Super Bowl. The biggest
Wow.
thing in football
And
history.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Nope, no.
No.
You're David Tyree.
I thought he did. OBJ did the helmet catch.
ABJ's number 2.
OBJ did the one-handed catch, which I'll also try to help you when it comes to the wonder of it. So David Tyree, Super Bowl versus the undefeated Patriots.
Yeah.
Tom Brady gonna go undefeated. 4th down, Eli Manning throws the ball to David Tyree off the helmet, gets a 1st down, leads them down to victory.
So that's not he didn't like catch it and then immediately they got the point. That's
No.
just what led to
It was if he didn't catch the ball,
like
the game would be
more-
over.
a little more.
Right?
You
Let's
know-
watch this.
Yeah.
Let's watch it.
Here it is, yeah.
3rd and 5. It's
All right,
okay.
I see.
But he's going down.
He's scrambling.
Minute 9 left.
Oh, that's
Oh
far.
my God! Look.
Oh,
Thank
wow. Great job.
Unbelievable.
Great job.
That was unbelievable.
You could really see the excitement in your eyes there,
Great
Melissa.
job.
you. We needed that. That was probably my best football moment.
You know who,
You
cel-
were-
you
you
know
were-
who
I
celebrated
will say,
that?
I can appreciate the excitement.
Good.
Yeah.
A collective excitement is very fun. I can appreciate that.
You know who celebrated that catch the most out of everybody in the entire country?
Who?
The 1972 Dolphins.
100%.
yeah,
My
you're
Dolphins,
right.
baby. The only undefeated team in football
Why did they
history.
celebrate it? They
Because
weren't even
they're-
involved.
They're the only undefeated team in NFL
Oh, and
history.
the Patriots were gonna smash
And
them.
the Patriots would have tied. They would have also been undefeated. But
Ah.
Eli Manning came in and just broke their hearts.
So that's Conrad's number 1. Number 2, I'll help you with the Odell Beckham catch. Odell Beckham
Yeah.
gets absolutely fucked with from the defensive side of the ball, right? Pass interference.
Okay.
He should not be able to catch this ball. Completely tough, almost impossible.
Against all odds.
Against all odds you could ever think of.
All right.
Reaches back, one hand, grabs it.
no, not one hand. 3 fingers.
3 fingers.
He caught the ball with 3
Wow.
fingers.
He got his fingers wet.
His first 2 fingers and his thumb. He got his.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
some
Watch
strong
this.
grip.
Watch
That
this.
is-
Oh my.
Flags
Wait till-
come in
Oh
from
my
both sides.
goodness.
Touchdown, Odell
Hooks
Beckham.
it
Yep.
behind him.
Walk.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
New York guys are so cool.
So that's number 2. And then number 3 was Pickens.
Yeah.
Brian's man.
That was amazing. That was a really. I wish they would have won
He's
the game.
your man?
But
He's a Steeler?
he is a Steeler.
Pickens
He's
is a
a
Steeler.
rookie,
Okay.
and he's on my dynasty team. So I'm gonna have him for a long, long time, and I hope he's a superstar.
Guys,
Dynasty
but-
team?
I just
What's a
checked
dynasty
Twitter.
team?
Yeah.
Oh, go
So it's most fantasy football teams. You just draft new players every year. In
Okay.
a dynasty team,
You're
you
stuck.
keep all your players throughout the year. Yeah, you keep like 80% of your
Oh,
players.
That seems risky.
Right. Well, you got to
They
try to
could get
draft good
hurt.
rookies, and then you got to draft guys that are going to be good for a long time. And
Oh.
yeah.
You're trying to build a
And then-
nation.
yeah, exactly. You build your team up. So like, if your team might be really
I would just
bad
pick
one
the
year,
hottest guys.
exactly. Like
That's
you just
exact-
have
the
all
exact
Jimmy
strategy.
Garoppolos all
Yeah,
the way
is
down.
that what everyone does? They secretly are just picking who they're most sexually attracted to.
That's what I did. Mhm. George Pickens, man, he's a sexy man.
Guys, I just checked Twitter. Matt just put out a tweet.
Oh, he did?
he-
oh, that's right. It's Friday. He does like to tweet on
He
Fridays.
definitely
Yeah.
loves tweeting
Not
on
here.
Fridays.
It's true.
Let me try to read this to you guys in as most Matt voice I can possibly deliver.
Well, let's hear
Okay?
this.
Yes, please use his hinge voice.
What a game last night. I was on the edge of my seat. Football is such a great sport.
It is.
I hereby renounce my Steelers fandom
Oh, no, Berkey.
and giving all of my heart, my soul,
Oh, no.
and my fealty
No.
to Browns football.
Wow.
Please accept my plea, my cry, and my fealty. Good day.
Oh, my God.
There he
Berkey's
is,
a
baby.
Browns fan.
Wow.
It
Officially.
happened.
He went once it's on
He's
Twitter.
so
it's
serious
official.
as the elf.
Yeah, look, there he is.
too.
He's the elf.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God. Berkey's the elf.
You know what they say, right? If you can't beat them,
Join him.
Fucking join him.
Are
Are you gonna join him, Brian? Are you
No,
gonna-
I'm not. I am not. Even though I did lose a bet to Danielle.
Talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's like, why don't we just have a bet and the loser has to wear the opposing team's jersey to dinner and bingo.
And bingo.
So I'm going to be in the bingo hall with a Browns jersey
Wait, what's
on.
the bet though? What are you guys betting on?
We bet on the Steeler game
Oh,
last
who
night,
will
and I
win?
lost.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But I said the stipulation was that I get double or nothing, which I don't know what the double would be. But
2 days.
when they play in Pittsburgh, so if the Steelers can come through and win in Pittsburgh, then she will have to also wear a Steelers jersey to the same dinner and
Maybe
bingo
double or
night.
nothing can be like you have to paint your face.
Oh Jesus! Like all
I'm giving her ideas.
orange and brown.
Yeah.
Ugh. God, Berkey might do it now that he's a Browns fan.
He
He
is a
might just
Browns
do
fan.
it for fun.
Yo, we have some live action
He
right
says this
fucking
crosses the
now.
line. delete.
Chitted fucking Berkey supposedly getting off the plane, going down an escalator. And there is a picture of Berkey looking at Twitter and seeing himself as Brownie the Elf. Is this right after he wrote it or something?
He's zooming in on it.
This might be one of the best pictures ever.
I might just say, guys, I think we've outdone ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes,
Round of applause
We
for us.
got him. We truly got him.
How do we get this picture?
Astrology,
can you
fine.
post this picture, Guapo?
Shitting his
Working on
pants, fine. Being a Browns fan, that's the line.
Of course. Yes. Oh my God, 100%. He wouldn't. That's not even a question.
This was probably the greatest.
Yeah, there it is. Oh my
this.
God.
This is probably
You can
the
tell his
greatest,
face is mad in that photo.
Oh,
too.
you got to be so pissed.
by far the greatest tweet of all time.
Oh man.
Yep.
Well, congrats, Burke.
Congrats, Burke. Congratulations on your victory.
It's a really
Congratulations,
brave of you to
Browns.
come out like that.
It's like the third or fourth time the Browns beat us in the last 20 years. It's okay.
Speaking of victories, let's talk about Poker Masters. Jeremy fucking Osmus,
This
man.
guy.
He just wins, man.
This
know what?
How does he
fucking
do
guy.
it?
This
Starting to
fucking
get the
wins.
inclination
You know what,
that he's
though?
a good poker
I mean,
player.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little resentful because I had him on my fantasy thing, and why did he have to wait until after the series?
He was
to win?
he was a noble addition on the Ass Eaters.
Well, wait. Is he on your fantasy? Is he on your dynasty team?
I
You
should have
next
had him on
year.
my dynasty.
Yeah.
He would definitely be on my dynasty team.
Yeah. Because he's an attractive man.
Yeah, he's an attractive man and he wins a lot.
Right.
Jeremy fucking Osmus defeating my brother Nick.
How crazy is that they go heads up again?
Back to fucking back, man.
That's
And he
pretty
beats them
fucking
both
nuts.
times.
Nick's outfit was
Big drip
something.
Nick, baby.
All right, he's just fucking swagged out.
Big
He
drip
was really
Nick.
swagged out. He's always swagged out, and he always is dripping in cool vibes.
He is.
You know what,
Look
right?
that.
Look at him, man.
He's a-
Dude, look at this animal.
You know why, right? That man is from New York fucking
Yeah,
city.
That's
you
New York.
can tell it's just seeping out of
Is
him.
he like hiding a pineapple under that hat or something? What's going on there?
The bucket hat is maybe making a comeback.
Yo,
Might be.
Bucket hats are
I'm
popping.
gonna start maybe I'll start a fashion segment about the high rollers fashion.
Now we're talking.
Well, I mean, I think you made a good point yesterday on who wore it best. So we've got him.
Who
and
wore
then
it
we
best?
have-
So
Oh.
Rick
Yeah.
Solomon.
yo,
Yeah.
tracksuit, look at him.
Damn.
You
I
got
mean,
the
shiny.
athletic
Pretty close. Now, if
wear
you wanna go-
plus
That hat
bucket
is popping.
If you want to go like super OG, I mean, who can really wear it better than this man?
Shout out to Corey for posting that one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, guys. I have to be the guy. Who is this?
Gilligan.
Oh, no.
Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island.
Oh my God.
It was. Listen, that was way before your time. But it was.
It was.
before my time as
Well,
well.
it was, but it was like on the TV all the time.
It's
late at
yeah,
night.
Exactly.
So if you watch TV late at night, you saw Gilligan's Island.
it transcends generations.
I never saw it, but you know what I did see? I saw a lot of George Lopez on Nick at Night.
There you go.
I saw
Did
a
he
lot
have a
of-
bucket hat on as well?
He didn't have a bucket hat, but Nick got that red Adidas. He's bleeding, dude. Let's go. Nick, Nick, one of the most fashionable people I know.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad's
Yeah.
up there too, of course.
He just has
Swagged out.
he has a vibe.
You say
true
when he
to him.
walks, he floats.
When he walks, it's like the upper part of his body. If you just cut off the legs, it would be gliding straight. He wouldn't even be moving. His legs just float.
He's got that swag, man.
Only the swag a New Yorker can have.
True.
So we have a course from Hunt's that's coming out.
We do, yes. It just dropped today. Our man from across the pond, Matt Hunt, has just dropped his new course. It is called All the Sims Are Wrong. What?
Wow.
All the Sims are wrong. Yeah.
Explain, Brian.
Well, he is going to go through some Sims, some different scenarios where he uses ICM as well as the Sims to show you where the Sims differ when you add ICM into the mix. This is well before the final table.
100%.
Right? So he can actually explain it probably a lot better than I can. So let's take a look at this clip.
Roll the...
The majority of commercially available sims don't take into account one major part of the equation for tournament poker, and that is ICM. Using a software tool called Hold'em Resources Calculator, I'm going to be able to analyze a variety of tournament situations to examine the effect that ICM has on particularly pre-flop, but also to some extent post-flop ranges. Obviously, the closer we get to the end of a tournament, the more significant the variation in the value of decisions. But even in the earlier phases of an event, small fluctuations in the nature of a player's pre-flop range can greatly affect the way that certain scenarios play out across multiple streets post-flop.
Yeah, so for everyone that already has an all-in access pass, the S4Y TV, go check that out now. I promise you it's going to be very valuable for your game.
100%.
Yeah, and if you don't have an all-in access pass, you can get one for free for 2 weeks with a 2-week trial. Yeah, so if you want to watch this course, you just go to solve4y.io.
Can we?
You sign up to the monthly event, the monthly package, and you will get a 2-week free trial where you can watch this course for free. You can watch the latest Poker Out Loud.
Berkey's not here. Can we just change it to $9.99?
Change it to $9.99. No, we got to keep the lights on.
I'm a man of the people, you know.
We do have
I
to
like giving people some free stuff.
I do. That's why we give them 2 weeks free. They can watch a lot of Solve4Y. We have
Binge.
dozens of courses, hundreds of hours.
100%.
Right? So they can go check that out, solve4y.io, and up your game.
Why don't you make it $4.99?
Maybe 3.
Yeah, $3.99 something. Charge him something.
Man, I wish I could make those decisions.
He's not here. The
I know he's
computer's
not
open, man.
Honestly, I could actually change it right
company
now.
to us.
I could literally change the price from my phone. But like I said, we do have to keep the lights
Chin
on.
says no, we cannot.
See, Chin knows. Chin knows. He understands.
You got to keep the barrier of entry low. You know, you got to start with the free.
Start with $1.99.
If you do want to sign up for the yearly subscription, then you're going to save probably about 2 months or so in price.
And it's true, looking at Hunt's course and understanding that the Sims are wrong is very true. Because when you look at a tournament and realize that no more reentry is available and people are out of the tournament, you cannot get more chips. So those chips inherently now have more value. So your pre-flop ranges will definitely change, which will then also change your post-flop strategy, because staying in the tournament and winning chips might be a little bit more important than it would be if you could just rebuy.
It's not like a cash game.
Exactly. So check that out.
It seems to be the tendency, the player tendency. It's kind of interesting how those match up, but the player tendency is usually they seem to tighten up a little after late reg ends.
Right, exactly. So when it comes to certain pre-flop decisions, you'd be quite surprised as to how different the overall strategies are, as to what hands would play jams, that you would play calls in other spots, or what hands would 3-bet, where they would fold in other spots based off of blockers and things of that nature. But Matt Hunt's course has got it all,
The tortoise is very excited to
You've
watch
had
this.
some wins recently, my guy.
I know. So imagine when I put this course in my repertoire, how dangerous the tortoise is going to be.
You might be moving on up into the Poker Masters.
Ooh, maybe I
want to
should.
see the tortoise in the Poker Masters. Can we crowdfund this?
Yes.
Let's crowdsource.
For the 300K or maybe just
let's put him in the
10K?
super high roller bowl. We'll give you 2 bullets.
Talk about dead money.
Is it a freeze out? Do you
Dead
have
money
an
part
extra
two.
bullet? It's a free. All right, so we'll just do 1 bullet, and we'll do it on GoFundMe.
Yep.
Okay.
And it'll be Save the Turtles.
Save the fucking turtles, baby. Let's go. Everyone that donates, you can get a different tier option.
We will send you a turtle.
Oh,
if you
man.
donate, I'll go to the reptile store. I'll buy some turtles.
You did go to the store to find us some pets.
I did. I found everyone different pets at Petco, and Berkey said, leave that store immediately.
You didn't bring them home?
I didn't, because there was a little hesitation. Conrad said he was going to kill his.
What would you get Berkey?
Which one was Berkey's? So the chameleon.
Yeah,
because he didn't
yeah.
know what a chameleon was.
He didn't know what a chameleon was?
Well,
He forgot what a
It's
chameleon
a little
was.
lizard that changes colors.
yeah. What happened? He thought that it wasn't as big or...
Okay, so what happened was Matt just forgot that what he was seeing was actually a chameleon because it was the video of the person using their chameleon kind of as like a gun and like
right.
getting flies.
And then we said it was chameleon. He goes, that's not a chameleon.
I saw that.
Right.
I saw that video.
And he said, yes, it is.
Amazing.
Yep.
He said, that's a gecko or something.
Mhm.
So then I was going to get him a gecko and a chameleon.
Ah.
Nobody wants these animals that she's talking about.
Conrad's was really cute. He was pressed up against the glass. He looked like high as shit.
This
Corey's
is
was
absolutely
like a
miserable.
little guinea pig hiding behind the water bowl. He's so cute.
I mean, I think we should get a tortoise for this for
We
the
should.
office,
I
right?
think
Put it
we
right
should
here.
get a tortoise, like an
Yeah.
actual old 200-year-old
one.
tortoise.
Well, no, we should get like a baby one and
Oh,
let
and
it
grow
grow
it.
into like so it's like little,
And then
right?
we can
then
pass
like in
it
like
on to
yeah, in like
generations
50
to
years
come.
we can ride it.
Yeah.
Lena, are you gonna play a super high roller bowl?
Yeah, so before we get into that,
Yeah.
Are you gonna play it though?
I'm not going to play the super high roller
Why
ball.
don't you ask your friend to put you in?
My friend,
Dad?
Adam.
Yeah, no, not
Adam
Brett.
Levine.
Oh, Adam Levine.
Levine.
Yeah,
I don't
heard
know
you
if he's
guys
my friend
exchanged
anymore.
some spicy DMs the other day.
Did I? Yeah.
Holy fucking fuck.
Some things that you do will never go away. So your actions have consequences.
Just send him a text, man. All you have to do
The
is
towel
respond.
photo will be etched onto your grave.
Right.
It'll be in my obituary.
Yeah.
Once it's out in the internet verse, it's there to stay.
there.
Just like Berkey being a Browns fan, that'll be there forever.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of screenshots of
Oh,
that
yeah.
already.
So I did say that at the end of the year, because I started being more intentional about my transformation as to how I looked at the start and at the end. I did say I would do one more towel pick.
Yeah.
December
I'm here for it.
31st.
I can't wait.
But
I have
we
a countdown
also
on my clock.
Good. And
my-
yeah.
You should really ham it up and use like a hand towel.
A manufactured
loincloth.
loincloth.
Yeah.
We'll
a
see.
washcloth.
We'll see where we get, but we are going to have the Only Friends or Friends Plus towel calendar. We've talked about
Yeah,
this.
I think we should.
You're in.
I'm in.
Brian,
we can
are
get
you
like
in?
Haley or someone.
When we're
to
doing it at the end of the
Antonio
year,
to
right?
take the photos.
For 2023, we're going to have a calendar.
Okay, I will do the shoot only after my P90X
100%.
It'll be after that.
routine is done.
Good.
Oh, by the way, I
And
finished
we'll get a
block
legit
1.
photographer.
I'm on to block 2 today.
What's block 2?
It's just they switch up the routine, so it's
Okay.
more lifting heavy stuff.
Oh, shit. They got to
Yeah.
switch the flow up on him.
Yeah.
The tortoise is about to get jacked.
Yeah, we did some eccentric upper today.
Oh, shit. Look at you. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think we should do the calendar. We know enough photogrophers. We can definitely get a photographer to do it and really make it professional.
I think we should do it, and we got to put it on the SolverWise store. You know what? I'll say it right now. If you buy an all-in access pass, you get a free calendar.
Wow. Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
You get a free fucking
Is
calendar.
that like 1 month or 1 year?
Well, you know what? We'll go a month.
What the fuck?
Wow,
We'll go
that's
a
a lot
What
of
is going on?
calendars.
Who's providing
keep
these
track of all
calendars?
that?
I don't know who's going to keep track of it, but
Landon's making promises for
I'm
free
making promises
calendars.
I might not be able to keep, but at the same point,
But the spirit is there.
listen, I'm a people pleaser, I'm here to please. I'm here for you, me and my friends in the
You know what,
only
guys?
towels.
Take the access pass for free and the calendar.
Oh, no. That's too much, That's too much. Got to have those profit margins, for
Yeah.
I mean,
a business.
Conrad wants to slash the price by 80%, so.
I was trying to. What do you mean? I was trying to say $9.99, and you're trying to say free.
Oh, he wanted to say a
The free is already in
discounted,
place. They get 2 weeks for free when they sign up.
But if we just turn that into $9.99,
like a
2
trial.
weeks.
Oh, so you're
trial
saying
period.
cut the trial out altogether?
Yeah, no trials, no free shit around here,
paid
man.
trial.
Paid trial. You want to try a shit? You pay for the shit.
No.
You tried it, paid for it.
You got to have a low barrier of entry, Conrad.
Yes.
You gotta-
$9.99.
That's
You got to get him in the door.
ready. Here's.
My
I have a
God.
valuable
The
question
art
for
of the
Conrad.
deal.
I have a valuable question, Conrad.
I'm scared.
When's the last time you paid $9.99 for something? A month, or one time?
Nah, I
Even
just
when-
use Berkey's password for everything. I'm
Right,
Right,
you're
it's on-
smart.
right.
You're smart though. I
on the
mean,
tab.
I have my own HBO Max and Hulu and everything, and even though
That's royalty people.
it's on the TV already for under Berkey's names, I need to just cancel,
Just cancel.
all my
You should
subscriptions.
absolutely should.
Oh, just so happens, fucking Adam Levine just came in the chat.
Did he?
Oh, Adam Levine's
What'd
in
he
the
say?
chat.
Hey, it's me, Adam Levine. What's
Adam.
poppin', big pimpin'?
What's poppin'? That sounds like an Adam Levine message if I've
Poppin',
ever
big
heard him.
pimpin'?
You know, the extensive conversations I've had with Adam, he's definitely
Yeah.
talked like that.
I mean,
I mean, is that why you're going to LA because of Adam Levine?
wow,
No.
you're really trying to play this fucking super high roller bowl.
No, but definitely speaking of the PokerGo tour, right? We've heard some big news from them themselves recently.
Oh, yeah.
We have
Yeah.
a graphic. We have a statement
We have a
from
An
statement.
PokerGo News.
announcement.
We have a fucking statement.
Yeah, let me pull
That
it.
doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen often.
That doesn't happen at all.
Yeah, this is actually the first time this has happened, right?
So let me get this out of the way. So the PokerGo Tour today announced the indefinite suspensions of Ali Imsirovic and Jake Schindler from tour play, effective immediately. These suspensions will extend through at least the 2022 PGT season, upon which a time of review will take place. The PGT is committed to upholding the highest standards of integrity and emphasizes proper conduct to ensure the safety and security of its players and events. Both players have been ruled ineligible for the season-ending PGT Championship and have been removed from the 2022 PGT leaderboard. So
Good job, PokerGo. Great job.
So let's get into it, because the PokerGo Tour, if you remember, does have a free roll at the end of the year. That is worth a lot. So being on top of the leaderboard is definitely worth a lot of EV.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So what do we think of PokerGo making this stance, siding with what we saw in EPT when they apparently got turned away from the cage and denied action? What do we think the line is? What do we think, how do we feel that PokerGo acted in this way? How do we feel this sets a precedent for the future? So opening the floor.
I think that it is a good thing. I think them coming out with being clear about the reasons why, or not the reasons, but that they did this.
Mm-hmm.
It sets a good precedent.
Okay.
Like, I know whatever. Like,
There's been some back and forth on Twitter about people saying like it's a slippery slope, like, you know.
Yeah.
Just when it comes down to it, we have to trust the people we put like these rulings in the hands of the rulers.
I agree. So like the Integrity Council, we have to do something, right? So we've entrusted these people. We believe in them.
Yep.
Great people in the community, right? So I think, someone has to make the decisions.
Yeah.
And I think when we put the right people in there, I don't know exactly where the line is, but it seems pretty clear that Jake and Ali have crossed that line.
Right.
Very much so. So what happened with them getting banned, I think is great. I think it, it maybe is going to make other people who, want to take these edges, and when I say edges, I mean,
It makes
cheating.
it much less of a free roll.
Yeah, right, exactly. There's consequences now. Before, there weren't consequences. You could do these things and nothing would happen. Now, things happen, right? So it's going to make people, maybe be more on the up and up.
So what I find interesting about it also is because like Ali is could be banned for the reasons of sheerly looking over at Fua's cards or whoever that was.
Rubbernecking.
Yeah, sheerly just for rubbernecking he could be banned for. Whereas Jake did something behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So like I find it interesting that they both got banned here.
Right.
Like that they're showing that they're sharing information basically with other
The
Entities.
sites, and
other sites and
yeah.
entities and stuff, and it seems that there's going to be some progress here.
Yeah, because what I will say when it comes to the PGT in general, the total amount of buy-ins a high roller can play in these events can reach over 7 figures, right? They even have a 300K.
Right.
So this is taking away a lot of EV from a dollar perspective
And
for both of them.
if you see it's coming from here, I think they're going to be taken away from like almost all of them. Like this is the biggest tour right now.
It is.
Like when it comes down to it, like this is where all the high rollers play. Most
This and Triton.
yeah, everybody's going to piggyback off this kind of. I think.
We'll see, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a step in the right direction.
I think it definitely sends a good message because when you leave people to choose between, like tons of money or being moral, there's going to be people who are not simply bound by morals. You have to make the decision a little bit more difficult for them.
Right.
I mean,
it puts actions to consequences.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm kind of interested in like seeing like where this goes because like it's what were the exact words? They're banned for how long?
They are banned
Indefinitely.
indefinitely and at least through the 2022 PGT season.
Now, what do we think about length on this?
How long are they going to be banned for?
Yeah.
Well, indefinite just means they can be banned for years.
Yep.
They could be banned forever.
Just till the end of the season.
They could be banned for the season. You know, I personally am not the one to make any claims or things of that nature.
Just
Yeah,
what you thought.
what you
like just what you think.
I
your
would
opinion.
guess that it wouldn't be something that would come randomly. Like they would need to be making some form of appeal
Right.
or something like that.
You're the judge.
If I'm the judge,
You're the judge. What you have the information
well,
you have.
I don't know what information they made it off of, so I'd have to know that. But let's just say that there was like concrete evidence of cheating on other sites or on other tours or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like to take like super hard life sentence type stances, but they would have to make a very convincing appeal.
Yeah. So what I was thinking maybe that it can't be something short like a year. Because something short like a year, they stay in like this
Stay in the
game
community.
getting better and better and better, and they just come.
And there's
like,
nothing stopping them from staking other people. Too.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But
Yeah.
I think punishment has to be like a few years.
Well, here's where I'll try to counter, and then you tell me what you think.
Yeah.
I think that once you assign a year standpoint, you now use this as a precedent, right? So once you give them, like, let's say 5 years, right? Now, if someone does this, they say, okay, the actions or the consequences for my actions is going to be limited to 5 years.
Right.
So now people will then do a cost benefit analysis
Exactly.
as to how much is this worth it if I get caught? Because most of the time, I might not get caught, you know?
Yep.
So if I do, is the 5 years worth it? Is this worth it? So it's a very big deal when you start to remove or put a number on the suspension.
You see this like in baseball, right? When if you get caught like using PEDs, it's 80 games, right?
80
so it's like
games.
half a year,
Which is
It's
fucking nothing.
right. So you're still seeing people getting banned. Like it keeps
they eat
happening
the ban and then
because
they come back.
they do that cost-based analysis and they say, you know what, I might get caught, and if I do, okay, I suffer the 80 games, whatever. But if I don't, this is going to benefit my game.
Here's a question for you when it comes to baseball, and maybe when it comes to, obviously we can relate it back to poker. But when people are caught with PEDs, does that remove their eligibility from the Hall of Fame?
I don't know if there's like exactly like a rule in place like that. But I think, you see a lot of these guys that have been known to use it are not getting in the Hall of Fame.
They're not getting in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
Yeah, right. Barry Bonds, McGuire's, those people.
I really don't like the argument of everybody was doing it. Like,
not everybody, but I'm saying
I know.
it was.
I'm just saying, like, that's kind of the argument that they put up. Like, if they should be in the Hall of Fame, like everybody was doing it at this time.
Oh, okay, right.
You know, because it's like you set your own morals. You guys are the ones caught or suspected.
Here's the issue, at least from my sense, and then you guys can obviously take with that what you will. It's tough because I'm sure when it comes to baseball, when it comes to use of things and PEDs and things of that nature, some people are going to get caught, others won't. Right. So some people might be in the Hall of Fame now that did use PEDs.
I mean, we're sure there's
of course.
plenty of them.
We're sure that's
exactly. So now these people, some people that did not get caught or did not get accused are in the Hall of Fame, have those accolades, but did the same thing that other people that did get caught did.
Right.
How do you think this changes for poker too? Like, do you think this changes Ali and Jake's ability to get into the Hall of Fame?
Oh, yes, of course. I think they'll never be in the Hall of Fame because of this.
So why, in this instance, are they going to not be in the Hall of Fame? But for baseball, they are.
Well, I would say because poker is a much smaller community.
100%.
First off, very tight knit, and like not everybody was doing it. It's like, yeah, maybe a couple people are doing it, but not everybody's doing this shit.
It's also super, super hard to get into the Hall of Fame of poker.
That was the other part
one,
about that.
One person gets in a year. I mean, they might change that
They're
down
like
the line.
backlogged.
Right. So these guys, I mean, there's already a long list, and they would be way at the end of it, even if, and I don't even think they would be
vote.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because what I would say, and it's obviously not about the time because they're both still young.
You're saying there's
right?
people now in the Poker Hall of Fame that probably have cheated in the past.
That's definitely possible, right? Who really knows? I clearly know nothing as I was not born yet.
Knows,
But when it comes to like Ali's career prior to the accusations, right?
Yeah.
Ali was the greatest poker player of the modern generation. Like arguably one of the top 5 for sure.
Right.
Won everything, bunch of wins, bunch of cashes, right? So now with this being on the resume,
Yeah, I mean, it taints it for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Can you just go over real quick, like what they're being accused of, or?
So I don't really know, right? We know that there was some speculation of RTA, some speculation of running a stable.
RTA
Yeah,
is.
I mean, we've done a couple episodes.
Yeah,
on
just for a couple people in the chat just haven't.
Sure. RTA and the fact of using real-time assistance, who really knows what that can be considered when it comes to using ICM charts in tournaments, using stuff for final tables, using things for ICM post-flop situations.
Multi-accounting, colluding, sharing cards.
Right. So we don't know.
Stuff of that.
We don't know how
nature.
deep it goes.
100%.
And the people that made this decision probably know a lot more information than we do.
Exactly. And that's why when it comes to what do I think the punishment should be, I can't make a necessary
Because you don't have enough information.
Because I don't know what the situation is, right? Let's say it's cheating of the highest degree, right? All of those things are accounted for. I think you're suspended forever.
Yeah.
Right? If I was the PGT like head, I would say your business is not welcome here anymore.
Yeah.
Forever.
People have gotten lifetime bans for a lot worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and as you were saying, are people in the Poker Hall of Fame? Anybody cheat there? I'm gonna say.
Oh, we don't know.
I'm
We
gonna
don't.
say about
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
but
I'm gonna say it's almost like
nothing's 100%, but who knows? But I mean, it's not. Obviously, it's a non-zero chance.
I mean, it's definitely.
Just
Bingo.
because we don't know.
Non-zero.
Bingo. I'm gonna have to wear that stupid fucking Browns jersey.
Do you guys
The
play bingo
bingo.
for money?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bingo's like the
okay.
best deal in Vegas.
Wow.
Right? You go.
I
you
might be
can-
in.
Yeah, it's like whatever you want to spend, 25, 50, 100. Sit down, you get a couple free drinks. You could win some money, relax with some friends. It's a great deal in
Sounds
Vegas.
nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like we all might have to join you while we see you in your Browns outfit. Get a little picture going for
Yeah.
social.
Let's
I
all go to
if you hit
dinner.
Bingo,
and-
it's like 12K sometimes.
Really?
Oh,
It gets
they
up
have
there,
jackpots.
yeah.
I have
They
to
have
say,
jackpots, yeah.
I played some bingo when I was growing up, and I was pretty good.
It's different. Well, you got you know how to dob the number that
Yes.
they call.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Well, it's all, I really felt that I had a
talent.
I felt that I was capable of
Knowing 5 numbers in a row.
I thought that I could influence the numbers that were coming, and it really makes a lot
I
of
see.
sense.
You could
my
manifest.
It really is
trajectory from
manifesting.
You could
yeah.
manifest
So
the
I
numbers.
did manifest the bingo, and maybe I need to get back to that,
Maybe.
to the manifesting of the numbers coming.
Now they also have machines where you don't even have to dob,
That's not fun.
right?
Well,
Well,
I like
here's
the
the thing.
dot.
What I've learned in the bingo world is you have to use the machine. You can get paper on the side for the fun. That's what Michelle always does. She always likes to dob,
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can put hundreds of cards
Oh,
on
I've
the
seen
machine.
people do this
so
on
if you're
Twitch,
just
actually.
Right, so if you're just playing the paper and you have 6 cards in front of you,
It's too long.
You can't win.
Yeah.
You're never gonna win.
Right.
And I never knew that. I would go and I'd play and it'd be $15 for my
I'm gonna go
my
and
paper
do
my paper
200
cards, and I would never win. I'm like, why can't I win? And I realized that because people have 10 to 20x of cards that I have.
Yeah.
How could I
Guapo-
ever win?
Guapo is the fucking goat. You guys did not see it,
I
but he
saw the
just
bingo.
put a.
Oh, there. Where did
Oh,
you
with the
find
turtle!
that?
I didn't even notice it was a turtle. Wow, that's
Oh,
amazing.
man.
Brian, you realized you were a recreational in the bingo community.
I am.
Where there's a lot of bingo regs.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, it's
Lot
like
of
bingo
it's sort of
regs.
like when a rec player plays a tournament, and then they're like, "How are these guys winning all these tournaments?" Well, they've got 100 bingo cards.
Exactly.
Are you saying they have a machine, huh? They have some RTA bingo machines?
Well, no, it just dobs for you. So, and it lets you know, you can sweat it out. It'll say you're 10 away, you're 8 away, and then when you're 1 away, the machine dings and then it starts
Ooh,
flashing.
yeah.
The card starts flashing, and the number lights up that you need.
Yeah, I love that.
So then
and
you're
getting
like,
the envy of all the old people around you.
yeah.
Like,
And then also what happens is when the number comes out, they're all different colors, right? So like if you need like a B, it's blue. So it flashes blue first, so the next number is going to be a B. So then you get even more of a sweat.
They give you a
It's all about the sweat.
Yo, Landon, I see you getting a little excited over
Should we
there.
go play bingo?
I'm just thinking.
No.
Well, I'm quickly
Michelle would
thinking.
love it.
This is going more to his slot streams.
No, I'm thinking. Is bingo a positive or negative EV
It's
game?
negative.
It's
EV.
negative.
It's a negative EV game for sure.
But
Stop trying to take all the goddamn fun out of bingo.
It's okay,
bingo.
here's the thing
Now-
though. It's negative. It's only
literally playing
negative. It's only negative if you do not work to influence the numbers. If you work to influence the numbers, it is
exactly. If
positive.
you can manifest it. Now, I've been thinking about this.
Okay, good.
So they pay out the same amount no matter how many people are there.
Do
right?
they?
Well, different sessions have different. So like if it's the 7 p.m. sessions, usually a lot more packed. So it's like double pay.
Right.
But like if there's like I'm thinking like there could be times where you go like maybe at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a
Okay.
Tuesday,
Oh.
then there's way less people.
Right.
Then you have a
More
more
of the
chance.
field is gone.
It's definitely your EV goes up the less amount
You're
of people.
talking
you have.
about
But the prize pool stays the same?
The price will always stay the same.
Oh, then yeah.
So there's overlay.
Right.
Then we're going at
There's
6
never
a.m.
overlay. I don't think there's. The only way that'd be overlay is if they like, and then it would be plus EV, is if they really didn't get anybody there.
I really would
So, like-
love to see a tortoise bingo stream.
Like maybe if it's like raining outside, it's really bad weather, right? And then you just brave it and you go through
Yeah.
the rain and you drive there because there's the typical bingo
Brave the
player doesn't like
storm.
to go out in the rain.
Okay.
So what you're saying is, if there's
This
an
is all making a
apocalypse,
lot of
we know
sense.
where to find you.
If there's an yes, exactly.
It's making a
right,
lot of
right,
sense.
Guapo. If there's if it's the world is falling down around you, go to the bingo hall because it's plus EV.
That is plus EV.
in very certain situations. Well, I was just thinking about it because of the conversation we had earlier this week when it comes to negative EV gambling, but also understanding that's the case for entertainment.
Exactly.
Right.
And you get your entertainment, you get your free drinks,
Free,
and you
right?
get the sweat.
Well, that's the thing
free
is when you're
drinks,
getting
yeah.
the drinks and then you would have paid for them anyway,
Wow.
then you
Right.
are kind of getting a free roll.
Right.
Right,
So the
exactly.
key is to get as much drinks as possible
Yes.
to make your negative EV bingo card a positive
Yeah.
EV one.
Well,
It's
that's
funny
what
'cause
people do
I
when
would-
they sit at
I
video
would love to
poker.
know how bad the edge is, right? Because like
Bingo?
if you go play video poker and then you kind of know what the edge is.
I
Right?
Wait,
know.
hold on. You defy all edges, though.
I might have hit a royal.
What the
other day.
fuck did you do the other day?
Might have hit a
Holy
royal.
shit.
My God, this guy just pops off.
No,
But
dude, it's been a
Peter-
while since I hit a royal.
Sick flex.
It's
Yeah.
like
I
once a
mean,
week.
I know someone who gambled millions on bingo in a few months.
Millions?
High stakes bingo.
High stakes. There's high stakes. Bingo?
Yeah.
Where's this at? At a casino?
I don't know if it was online or
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
online. Because there's a lot of bingo online, just like the slots, and you
Right.
could probably play super high.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
play like so many at
Millions
once.
of dollars. Wow.
I was like, why bingo
Down
of all
bad.
things? You
It's
choose-
fun.
Yeah.
It's,
You
it's
guys-
sweat.
You guys think Berkey took some time this morning to manifest the fucking W today? Like, do you think
he
he
doesn't
really
believe in manifesting.
Yeah, he
Well,
he didn't manifest a W last night, and now he's a Browns fan. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he did. I hope Berkey fucking crushes
It is a very
man. Let's see
interesting
Berkey just
Berkey,
go
why don't
off.
you just try manifesting?
Yeah, like just sit
What's
there.
the harm? It's a free roll.
You
Should
know what?
we manifest for him?
Let's. Yes, we should.
Let's have that conversation. Do you want to have that conversation? Is manifesting a free roll? And I'll ask that.
Why would it not be?
Well, because
What's
now
the
you start
cost
thinking that you have more control than you might
Right,
actually
right,
have.
Okay,
exactly.
I
So
can
there could
see
be
that.
negative consequences.
Right, you
to
like
it.
if you have an obsessive type of personality, maybe
Correct.
it could be a bit detrimental.
Maybe a God complex
You
might
might start
Yeah.
leaning into like OCD territory.
Right,
That
yes,
could definitely happen.
sure.
That was something that would probably happen to me if I really took the manifesting seriously.
Right, because I think there's a difference when it comes to the mentality of understanding you can do your best, you can try your best, the world's still going to exist with or without you, and giving yourself the best chance to succeed, right? When it comes to
Yeah.
studying, when it comes to maybe looking at some footage of last night's game
Right.
before
and then
playing
you
today.
think that maybe instead of doing all that, like instead of doing the things that are actually in your control, you just put all your energy into manifesting,
100%.
and then you fall back on all the other things. That makes sense.
Melissa's toxic fuckboy in the chat says, no, it's...
Hey, what are you doing in there? Why aren't you texting me back?
He said, no, it's not a free roll. It costs you most valuable thing.
You know
That's
what?
time.
You know what else costs me a valuable thing? You, toxic fuckboy.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good point. Maybe it's not a free roll.
Yeah, I think that it might lead to
Do
bad
you think
habits.
that? Yeah, I think that's probably true. And I will say that there was one weekend, but before that, I had been running so bad at playing like online tournaments, and I talked to you about it, and I was bitching a lot. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna play this session, and I'm just gonna expect to lose everything, because then, like, if I win, it's just a pleasant surprise, like all ins, not like every hand.
Sure.
And then I just won all my all ins. So it really goes to show, even if you are kind of like not caring or expecting to lose, that things can still go in your favor. So is manifesting real or not?
Right. So things like that can definitely still happen, but it's all about the way that your decisions get changed in the moment, right? Because when you give yourself emotional free rolls, call it, in some spots, it's different than saying, I don't care, these things don't matter.
Yeah.
Because now you're taking a spot where you know that you want to put a river bluff in.
Right.
And you don't do it because you're like, it's going to get called or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you don't
I
think
feel
it's
like
gonna
I'm
work.
more likely to do that when I care too much. If I'm like too worried about the result.
Right. Because sometimes you'll think, this might not work in my favor. This won't let me win.
And then I feel hurting inside.
Yeah.
Great, let
I don't
yourself
want
go
a bad feeling, pain when they call me.
You just gotta let yourself go in the wind, you know? Sometimes it goes through and works, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
But this is what I feel like I should be doing here.
Exactly. Because there's a different, that's not manifesting, right?
Yeah.
That's carefree.
That's acting. That's not a
Sid
manifest.
says manifesting's real, but only for certain people. And some people are fish at manifesting.
Who said that?
Sid.
I like Sid. I met him in the airport, actually, funny enough.
That's your kind of guy. He said maybe, you guys can talk about manifesting.
That's my dude. Yo, Sid, let's have a fucking Discord chat about manifesting later today.
Are you guys going to do a course?
We
Because
should-
I would sit in and listen.
Yeah, we could actually do
I'm
a course.
open-minded.
I'm scared. I'm terrified of that.
Price point is going to be...
Oh, shit. We're talking price points already.
$9.99, obviously.
No. This is-
$999?
Yes, that sounds good. Because this is real, this is something that's going to help the people
Well,
a lot.
you could
like-
win potentially millions.
Yeah, and this is only pretty quick. This is only like a 3-minute course.
Oh,
but
shit.
This is a 3-minute course that is going to change
your
your
life.
fucking life.
Conrad and Sid's 3-minute
Manifestation course.
Okay,
Deep dive
fine.
on
Okay,
manifesting.
fine. I have one question for you, Conrad. It's just a yes or no. Did you or did you not manifest the tab?
No, I did not manifest it. I didn't.
Okay. Because if you did, maybe there'd be a course
You know
there.
what he did
know?
manifest, though? The royal flush at MGM.
I manifested the 4th and the 5K. Fuck everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice manifest.
With your
right
that
there.
was like your last 5K, too, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think I had
See, if I did that, I would go in and I would be like sweating. I would not be able to play normally.
My favorite moment of that whole thing was I just landed, got off the plane, went home, and we ran over to Rio. I'm walking in. Berkey's walking in as well. He just looks at me. He's like, "What are you doing?" It's like midnight, and we're just max late reds in the 5K. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Going to play." He's like, "Play what?" I was like, "The 5K." He's like, "Did you sell any?" I'm like, "No." No other words were said.
Oh my god.
That's on the final table, so that was pretty nice.
Nothing was said, but something
no
was
other
done.
words were said. I'm surprised he didn't give you like, Conrad, why do you do this?
I mean, I'm sure he did.
There was no words. According to you, there was no words said. You turned the volume down.
I don't remember any of that. No, that was the funny part. You had no swap.
You hear what you want to hear. He might have said something, you might not have. Doesn't matter. Fourth place.
You're not drinking Coke anymore, huh? I see that you're not.
Oh, drinking tab.
Oh, I see. Not. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So maybe it's better to not try and control events you can control. Is maybe the
Well, I think
moral of the
that
story.
the moral of the story, at least for me, is to control what I can control.
Yeah.
When it comes to being able to make decisions, when it comes to my choices throughout the day, when it comes to the conversations
Your
I
daily
have.
routines, the
Exactly.
cumulative,
Right.
more cumulative type of
Control
things.
the controllables.
Instead of waiting
Exactly.
for windfalls and dry periods, just
Right.
cumulative.
Because sometimes the
Accumulate.
windfall comes when you control what you can control.
That's true.
Where the windfall comes when you're just trying to play a tournament and you end up winning because you're just trying to make the best decision in the moment.
Yes, like you're playing a tournament and just seeing it as another rep.
100%. You see it as a long-term thing versus seeing it as a
I must win this or
Uh-huh.
else I'm the
Right.
worst.
because now you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself
That's
that doesn't
me.
need to exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's all an illusion.
It is all an illusion.
Yeah.
But I would bet that there are some of the top players who believe in some superstitious stuff.
No, for sure.
Most of the ones I've met have had some weird superstition somewhere along the line.
What you got for you? Got an example?
Yeah.
There's someone I knew that used to not. It was like a way they set their table up.
Okay.
So that it was like the chat bar had to be showing not the like how many players
like
are.
the stats bar.
Yeah, and then they would like time when they clicked the all in, and this is actually someone who like runs historically very good.
Maybe
But
they're on something.
they would time the RNG to
yeah. Well, you have to take time to manifest.
He was playing and he's like, I missed it. Like he missed the spot he was supposed to click all in or something.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Somebody recently told me, like over the summer, that there is this is a reg. There's another reg that jerks off
Stop.
during dinner breaks of tournaments.
All right.
Every single time.
To completion?
I guess so, right?
Well, because sometimes people will do that to build up like their
just edge.
fire, you know?
I didn't ask any questions about it. I was really unsure why I was in this conversation. But, you know, we were
Come
there.
back all relaxed for the night session.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, as you guys know, off of just side conversations, that Chewy is a very close friend of mine. And Chewy definitely believes in the manifestable
Right.
and superstitions. And honestly, I think it just depends on what works for you, you know? Because sometimes if you have feelings and things of that nature that have worked for you, who am I to say that you shouldn't?
Right.
It's not my place. So I just have my opinions, the way I see things. And if some people want to have the healthy relationship when it comes to manifestation, go for it.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it could lead to the I can control everything in the world.
Right.
I am the only one that exists.
And then when it doesn't work out, you're like, I'm not trying hard enough. I need to try
Right.
harder. I
And
need to
then
manifest
you
harder.
put your
and
energy
then-
towards the wrong thing.
Right. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So, of course, like anything else, there's a fine line.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one that I feel like I'm more content with controlling my intent as well as my decisions to be able to lead to the results that come in the future.
Which I'm sure Chewy also does that.
Yeah.
That's why he's the best.
I don't know. I saw Chewy play WPT. Was it the Alpha 8?
It was.
When he had the beard and he was looking very serene.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the way he was shuffling his chips was very mesmerizing. It's very rhythmic.
Yeah.
And he really seemed like he was full on manifesting.
He was in the zone.
The commentators kept saying it's like he literally turned on a vacuum and is just
sucking up the chips.
vacuuming every pot.
Yep, I remember that.
Look at this. This is someone who is in the matrix, in tune with the secrets of the universe.
Look at his fucking shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What's going on with that shirt?
Your external chakra.
I'm sure one day I'll invite him and ask if he wants to do a podcast. He can maybe talk about it.
I would love to
Yeah.
hear,
I would love to hear
like
that.
him and Berkey talk about that subject.
Okay.
Because they are two very opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right. Two very intelligent people
Uh-huh.
talking about two things that they're on the opposite
Right.
ends of the spectrum,
might
which is
be
always going to
close.
be a great
Yeah.
conversation.
They might be closer than you think. I've had this
Maybe they are.
conversation with Matt a couple of days ago, and we were talking, and he said, I don't really know how much I believe, but I do believe when someone has the will to win, it comes in.
Yeah.
go.
That's true.
You know?
I believe that too.
Yeah. And you can then define
Wait. Speaking on will to win, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah.
There's 10Ks going on.
Yeah, there's 10Ks, and Ethan Yao is second in chips at the final table.
There are 10Ks. Shout out to Rampage. Poker Masters is definitely going on. But I've been in a little bit of an interesting spot. It's like Fight Club. Like, you met me in an interesting time in my life. Like, I'm in an interesting time in my life for sure. When it comes to taking poker more as a career versus a video game, because in the first couple years, in the first big actions and things that I've done, I haven't really understood the value of money in some situations, and I've done things from an ego perspective, from a enjoyment or fun perspective, where I wasn't necessarily being the one fully accountable for the risks and the things of that nature. Right? I saw poker as a game. I still see poker as a game, but I see it as fun. But there's a difference between still having fun and seeing poker as a career of, okay, how am I going to scale? How am I going to live my life when it comes to playing tournaments? Do I want to play cash? Do I want to play live stream? Do I, yeah, it's the monotone in my head.
It's just a little sad music for
Landon. It's not, because it's not sad, it's just a matter of, I should take some time to understand and structure what I actually want, and then build a plan for that to then be able to go on into the future and go forth.
Well, especially in poker, it can be hard because I've found, and I'm someone who sort of tends to jump around different things. Like, I'll be really obsessed with one thing and then move on to the next and be really obsessed with that. And within poker, I've found I'm able to do that. But I think I would be better served to pick a format and pick a, discipline to really go specialize into and just put all my focus into that. And then it takes off the distraction of being like, well, then, but there's this series going on right now, so maybe I'll do this right now. And even though I know what I actually want to do, I'm like, but it's a good opportunity, I should do this. And so it's like you sort of, you get sidetracked.
100%, because there's definitely times for audibles, and there's times to be like, okay, there's this thing coming up that I really want to go to. There's this game that I want to play that I don't have a role for, but I could shot take and have a network to sell if you're fortunate enough. Right? But when it comes to having the overall structure in place, when it comes to the way that you see a bankroll growing, it's like, okay, I'm going to play online cash and then fire some live MTTs when I do see fit, right? Like, call it the 1Ks and things of that nature.
Talking about being irresponsible, sorry, but how much do you want a Berkey tonight?
How much do I want a Berkey? I'll take 5.
Very cool.
I'll take 5. So when it comes to all of those things, it's just a matter of realizing that you have a structure and a plan in place, and then making some game time decisions. But just like the old saying goes, a bad strategy is better than no strategy.
Yeah.
So once you're in the moment and you think you have all these disciplines and things that you want to chase, whether it's poker mastery, whether it's commentary, whether it's something else, it just really comes down to having a plan in place and then realizing the opportunity that arises, and then how much of a dollar amount that might be worth to you versus something else.
Yeah.
And running those cost-benefit analysis to be able to make a decision. Because when I was doing things in the past and prior, when I was on stake and things like that, I did things that were out of a roll, like out of the bankroll, right, when it comes to the Pickens challenge. And then also not understanding how much win rate there could be had in that spot in relation to other things I could have done at the time.
But yeah, the opportunity cost of putting that time into only studying heads up instead of playing. I think there was a series going on at that time, of other stuff that it's there's so much there. It's a good thing because there is so much opportunity and there are so many things that you can prepare for and work towards, but there is opportunity cost
100%
too, and also just what you enjoy the most.
Right.
So I kind of want to ask, you put a lot of time into studying, and I'm sure you believe that you're beating fields at the Poker Masters. Why aren't you just out there? What's the holdback? I understand these things come around every year.
Right.
What's the holdback of getting out there?
So I'm just at the moment thinking about how valuable the Poker Masters is to me as an opportunity cost as to the other things I could be doing for myself. Because when I'm playing a PokerMaster 10K, I'm not just going to straight up fire a 10K because I'm winning the field. Right? I have to sell X amount. So let's say I'm selling a big amount, right? Let's just use the number 80%, right? Let's call it 80%. And let's just say I sell to my friends at face. So now I'm playing a 2K, right? And let's say my ROI in the field, even though I'm winning, is somewhere between 10 and 30%, right? So on the high end, I'm playing a 2K with a 30% ROI. And on the low end, I'm playing a 2K with a 10% ROI, right? So now once you put those numbers into place, I'm making between $200 and $600 with a pretty high variance. And sure, there's some value when it comes to the glory aspect, when it comes to the social media perspective, when it comes to other things. And exactly. And that's
why
important.
Rampage is doing it for content. Like he is like single-minded in content, and everything that he does in poker seems to be like for the content, and that's why his content is so successful. So it's sort of like when you put your energy towards that thing, right, instead of dipping, like I find I dip my toes all over the place. I get my fingers wet everywhere.
It is important, right, to not just FOMO into like everything, right? Because there's always going to be something down the road, right? And there's always going to be something else. There's always going to be another good opportunity.
100%.
There's a lot of different things going on in poker. There's going to be the WPT 15 million later this year. There's going to be there's always something coming up. So if you just FOMO into every single thing that's right in front of your face, then you're not doing the things you need to do outside of poker to be successful when you do play.
But like, is it FOMO for him if he's like ready for these things?
Well, it's a good question, because where I'll go with this is understanding myself and my priorities right now. Because right now, like, I'll be the first to say it, like, poker is not my number one priority, right? Right now, my number one priority is focusing on myself when it comes to health perspectives, when it comes to understanding what I want to do as a path, right?
Getting your fingers wet.
Maybe, fingers are dry for now, but that's all right. I'm more just so in the mindset of trying to understand what it is I really want out of poker. And when my full attention is not on poker, am I still winning in the field? Yes.
But now maybe you are at that 10% ROI and not the 30%.
Exactly.
Right?
It's not fair to investors.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. And it's just like you said, like if it's not, like your mindset, if your mindset isn't, I want to play this event, I'm very focused, I want to be in it. Now you're outside that. Now you force yourself to go play, and then you're not going to play your best. And you can use that money or whatever your time spent that you would be doing that when you are ready, and then your ROI is
because the
higher.
Former me would just go fire, right? The former me would go do a bunch of things. The former me would go just do things based off of how fun I thought they were. But the more responsible me, or at least the one that I'm trying to be, because obviously I don't have all the answers figured out. But what I do know after having these conversations is realizing that you can maybe go X amount of time and be like, where's the proof of my success? Like, where's the monetary value of my success? What am I building towards? What's important? And of course, things work for different people when it comes to just showing up, firing, playing good poker, doing things on a whim, right? Everyone has their own strategies that work for them. But I think for me, it'd be really good to just sit down, think about the way I see myself progressing, and then follow that schedule, not to a T, right? But just have something in place to then when I check a bankroll, see I get an opportunity, think, oh, how valuable is this opportunity to me? And how ready am I for it from a mental standpoint? Just to give everyone that's on my side from a backing or friendship perspective, full transparency. Where it's like, hey, I really want to do this. I'm going to take X. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
that
it
a lot. Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I'm not the Poker Masters right now, because I want to be here with you guys.
Yeah. Aren't you? You're going to get on a plane and
I'm going to go to LA.
And do some you.
Yeah.
Do some you, he said.
You got to do you. You always got to do you.
Gotta do you.
That's good.
That's great.
Oh, man.
It seems responsible.
I'm trying to be. I'm not the most responsible person in the world.
You're 23.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not supposed to.
You're probably
not supposed to.
The thing for me, it's like you're not supposed to be responsible, and like maybe you shouldn't be responsible for a lot of things. Like you're 23 years old. Like you live life a little. Like
what if this is living?
But
life?
he is living life. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not like poker is like if poker is everything you do and you just
sorry, not live
everything.
life. You make mistakes. That's what I should
Well,
say.
yeah, he might make a few mistakes
Hey
this
man,
weekend. I don't know.
There's a lot of mistakes to be made in other realms other than poker.
Yep.
Hey man, I never played heads up before and challenged somebody to 200, 400 and spotted
was
them
a mistake.
$720,000.
You did make
You did do that, didn't you?
You did own a
Right.
mistake.
And you learned a nice, valuable lesson.
I've done
Yeah.
a lot of things where, at least from the poker standpoint, like
Yeah.
when I first got into poker when I was 19, poker was my life.
Yeah.
Poker was everything. I foregone my health physically and mentally.
it was unhealthy in all other aspects. Sure, your
Correct.
poker game was getting better, but the rest of your
Right.
life itself was not.
I was
healthy.
stunted, like emotionally,
Yeah.
physically, in a bunch of other ways when it comes to just living life as an individual, right, and growing up.
Yeah.
But what it did give me was a skill set, right? I've ran a lot of sims. I've played a lot of hands. I've put in a lot of time, you know? And I've proven over X amount of sample that I have a win rate at basically any stake that I'm playing. And so I have the skill set. That's not the problem. The problem is understanding where my priorities lie and acting upon those, because I want to grow up as a person. I don't just want to be this guy that only knows how to play poker. I want to be someone that knows how to relate to friends. I want to be someone that knows how to communicate, knows how to lift correctly, knows how to have different skill sets and things that are important to me.
Okay.
I would just push back and say that all these things happen over time. And it's not something you just have to rush.
They happen over time, but they happen intentionally.
Yeah,
I have
the
to
intention
choose to
has
make
to
this
be there.
happen.
You people can go their whole lives without making any real changes because they don't really have the intention or the like foresight.
Yeah,
Which
like,
I've
yeah.
seen for me, like the path of my life when I was 22 changed drastically. It was like going way down.
Yeah.
And then I went the other way. But I think you get into these sort of forks in life and you choose one or the other.
Right.
But it has to be intentional.
Yeah, like a good example for me, right, when it comes to things taking time and them happening or not happening, like I still don't know how to drive, you know? And that's something I do want to learn how to do. And now I want to be a little bit more intentional when it comes to understanding and like facing my fear of driving.
You should just take Berkey's car when he's
Well,
sleeping
you
every
did
morning.
face your fear of getting touched. You did get a massage and you liked it.
I did,
So
you know? So you got to experience
you
some
start
things.
small.
Yeah, I think
Start small.
when you get your license and you understand like the freedom that comes with that, you'll love
You
it.
also just
You
feel
just live by never
nice.
say no.
I really miss my car.
Never say no. If
Well,
somebody,
I'm going to say no to some things. Conrad. I'm going to say no to drugs and alcohol.
This is coming
Sure,
from the guy who
whatever.
fired his last 5K
Right.
into it.
That's-
It's great
into
assault.
the 5K.
yeah, whatever. I got
Max
fourth in
Lit-
that.
Sometimes it works
You
out.
always got to
Yeah.
cross-check your sources.
Sometimes,
Yeah, that's
sometimes
what's
you
up.
may take a chance and get a windfall.
Yeah, sometimes you just get there.
Sometimes you just show up and things go your way.
Showing up is a nice thing.
That's part of it, right?
I
When it
feel
comes
like
to-
so-
It's a hard thing, and I think it's like a lot of it.
It is.
Like
yeah.
showing up is a lot.
I mean, I think it's interesting because I feel like a lot of people who are really good at something have had large periods of no balance in life. And sometimes it feels like, it feels sometimes like I have to choose one or the other, like balance or just be completely obsessive and unhealthy and then be good at something. But it's like, there's ways.
It's not true, right?
Yeah.
Because when I first thought about taking poker seriously, I would make this excuse to myself and I would lie. I would say, I don't have time for anything else. And then once I started going to the gym more, and Matt was like, hey, I know you still care about poker, but just go to the trainer once in a while. Just show up and see if you like it. Now, I still play poker some, you know, but now I go to the gym, realize that there's another priority in my life that's important. And then you start slowly making time for the things that matter.
Yeah.
It's
And then
just
those
about
things
structure.
become more automatic.
Right. It becomes something you can't live without.
And you
Right.
take a towel pick and become a meme online.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like just looking at the like I'm just saving it because I said I'd save it for the end of the year, so I'm gonna save it. But the transformation from even this year, like January of this year to now.
Well, it's funny because we look at like the last season of Poker Out Loud that you can go to software.io.com.
There you go.
You heard the man.
And but you look so different.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm
Right.
like, wait, that was Landon?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look completely different.
Right. And it's because I started caring, you know, I started trying and being more intentional with the way that I wanted to go about my overall life versus just caring about poker only. And it extrapolates everywhere else.
And getting value, feeling valuable in other areas
Right.
and not just putting it all towards poker.
Right. Because when I first started, I found my entire self-worth and my validation through poker. I thought poker was the most important thing.
Yeah.
I thought people that were important in my life were just whoever was great at poker, whoever could provide me value, whoever I felt like I was also providing to and respected. When you realize like that's not going to be the thing that's your foundation for what you care about. And now I'm realizing what, for me, my foundation is my process. My foundation is understanding how I treat people, how I act in my own life, and how I care about myself. And then realizing that that is where everything's important. And trying to go from there instead of just using poker as a measuring stick as to who can and can't be in my life.
Yeah.
Love it.
Anyways, that's all I got for today.
Well,
But before
we do have a little
before we go,
just a reminder, you guys. Not a big deal. But the BetMGM Poker Online Championship is underway. With just a handful of events left, there is still a chance for you to stake your chance at Online Champion. The main event is Sunday, September 25th at 6 p.m. in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, with a buy-in of $1,000. There are also qualifier events running at 8 p.m. daily. Ready to lock up your seat and stake your chance at Online Champion? Again, check out the schedule below to take advantage of the early bird promotion. Register prior to the start of the event and have your tournament fee refunded. No rake on early entries. Wow. This Sunday at BetMGM Poker, it's on.
All right.
you're getting good at that attitude.
You are.
Gotta spice it up, you know?
Yeah. So that's going to do it for today's episode of the Only Friends podcast. We're going to sweat and pray that Matt wins today.
Go Burke.
Yeah. So anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week on Monday.
Sounds
Later,
good.
guys.
Peace.